And a weird thing happened as I started doing that. I was actually learning a lot more. And so I was able to convey that to the students, and I was able to help the students make their films better. And it made me realize, whoa, there's this weird reciprocal loop.
I'm a college dropout. I was homeless, lived in a car for 3 years. I've lost every single thing I had, family included. I've been written off so many times. But today, the person that you sitting in front of you is a process.
Then next is how you feel about the future. We've got to have the future well designed. The future is called the promise. The promise of the future can be an awesome force.
The harder I work over here, then go and explain it, they actually can take that knowledge and put it to use. Building skill sets, getting better at something. And I started thinking, is that something that I could do for myself? And at that moment, these two very successful entrepreneurs walk into my class. And at that time, I was obsessed with two things. I wanted to get rich, and I wanted six-pack abs. Now, I grew up in a morbidly obese family, so for me, that was real, man. And I used to be 60 pounds heavier than I am now. And I wanted those six-pack abs, man. I just had no idea how I was going to get it. And I remember the first time that somebody told me, I think you already have abs, it's just under the fat.
I want to talk to you for a moment about the process. Because see, one way to get a person to really follow you is to be the example of what you're trying to get them to follow. You know, my daddy used to tell me all the time, he said, son, best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them, because you can't help the cause. Your brain is divided into two halves, positive and negative, good and evil. Each half of your brain has millions of factory workers on each side. You got 1 million factory workers on the positive side. You got 1 million factory workers on the negative side.
And I thought, what? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Because I had done like a bunch of crunches and I'm like, I still don't see them. So I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it was all the licorice. I had a thing. So these two guys walk in, very accomplished entrepreneurs, ripped, six-pack ab, bodybuilder types, and they said, hey, you're coming to the world with your hand out. If you want to control your art, you have to control your resources. So if you want to get back in the saddle and actually become a filmmaker, you're going to have to learn to control the resources. So come with us, be a copywriter, but understand this is a startup. You can have any role in the company that you want. You just have to become the right person for that job. And so I took them at their word and I pivoted and I left my teaching career, which had safety. And I looked to my wife and I said, this may fail, but I've got to at least give it a shot. And my wife said the words that have become famous for me, which is, I bet on you.
At the forefront of each one of those factories in your brain is a foreman. You got foreman positive and you got foreman negative. You are in charge. You're the boss of the factory. So let me show you how this works. You got a remote control. You go to your house tonight and you press that power button and you press it. When you point it at the TV, what do you expect to happen? You expect TV to come on. You press the power button, you expect the TV to come on. If you want to watch HBO, and HBO is channel 300, and you press 300, and then you press select, what do you expect to come on that TV? And what comes on that TV? So now, since your brain is in two halves, let me show you how this works. You wake up in the morning and you say, man, I don't feel myself today. I got up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm not a morning.
So I fell in love with Denzel, I guess, maybe back in the day, like with Malcolm X, Glory. right? So I go see anything Denzel. So Denzel said he had a coach. And I looked at my life and I was like, yo, I don't got a coach. I need to get a coach. Denzel is paying somebody to help him act, and that's probably why he the best. Because somebody else probably is an actor, and guess what happened? The more opportunities they got, the more cocky they got, because they were getting roles and they probably fell off. So we could probably name some actors that were sweet 10 years ago that you don't see today. Denzel's still out there. He's still the man, right? So I was like, I'm giving me a coach. So Anthony Flynn was in my circle already, and he was like, he's the CEO.
Economics, friendships, people you'd like to meet. When you've thought about what you want for the future, make a list. If the future gets clear, the price gets easier. Because you got to remember, for every promise, there's a price to pay. Everybody's got to pay the price. Everybody's got to do the deal. Everybody's got to do the disciplines. But here's what I've discovered. If the promise is clear and powerful, the price is easy to pay. The price is some classes. The price is a few books. The price is a few disciplines. The price is finding something that'll make your life better, make you grow, make you change, make you develop. So the first part of the key is to design the promise. Then, what is the price to pay? I'm telling you, the price will be easy. No matter where you are, where you come from. Color doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter, where you grew up doesn't matter, circumstances don't matter. I'm telling you, if you'll make the promise of the future clear for yourself.
Coach, you know, he the CEO, coach's coach. I'm like, all right, then, if you coach CEO, I'm a CEO. I need to get coached. And I remember we went in this room in the Westin Hotel. It was about 4. o'clock in the morning, and I remember he broke some stuff down to me, and I had the best 2019 I ever had. Imagine you getting coached and you super talented. I was just living off talent. I had no focus or direction. I was just like, turn the light on, go. You know what I'm saying? I saved so much time and so much energy that in 2020, I'm able to lead a corporate arena and I'm just doing schools. You feel what I'm saying? Like the coaching was so sweet that the area I dominated in, I'm coming out of the arena. And I'm focusing on schools, because what did I learn when I was here's the crazy thing. He was like, all right, E, you all over the place. You got a million ideas, but we're going to do 3 buckets. Right? And I knew the 3 buckets was kind of like, okay, I'm going to work with you because you're talented, so I'm going to give you 3 buckets, but that's a lot.